We're all pretty obsessed with optimizing our health, right? We track our steps, we count our calories, we even analyze our DNA. But what if the single most powerful tool for changing your physical health isn't in your gym bag or your kitchen, but right between your ears? Today, we're going to unpack the mind's blueprint for building a healthier body. Think about it. The pandemic was this brutal global experiment, and it revealed something huge. It wasn't just about a virus, it was a crisis of psychology. It forced every single one of us to confront how our thoughts, our stress levels, and our connections to other people were directly linked to how vulnerable we were. It just slammed home this undeniable connection between our minds and our bodies.
And that right there is the big question we're tackling. And look, this isn't some fluffy, wishful thinking kind of deal. This is about using proven psychological science as a practical guide, a real blueprint to actually improve your physical health starting right now.
So, where do we even begin? Well, we start with the science that actually maps out this connection. We're diving into the world of health psychology, which is the field that officially recognizes your mind as the command center for your entire body. So, what is it exactly? Well, health psychology kind of flips the old school medical model on its head. Instead of just chasing symptoms, it digs down to the psychological roots of our health, our behaviors, our choices, our mindsets. The whole idea is that what happens in our minds isn't separate from our bodies, it's a critical, driving part of the whole system. And this brings us to a huge idea in health psychology, the biopsychosocial model. It basically tells us that your health is never just one thing. It's a constant mashup of factors. Think about it like this. Your genetics, that's the bio part, might make you more likely to have high blood pressure. Your stress levels and how you cope, that's the psycho, can definitely make it worse. And your relationships and community, the social, can help you manage it. See? They're all connected all the time. Okay, so we get it. The mind is in charge. But how do you actually make a change that sticks? Well, this next part gives us a proven map for that exact journey. This is the stages of change model, and it's brilliant because it's so honest about how we actually work. Let's say you want to start exercising. In pre-contemplation, the idea isn't even on your radar. In contemplation, you're thinking, ugh, I probably should, but you're not doing anything about it. Preparation is when you actually buy the running shoes or look up a gym schedule. Action is, actually going. And maintenance is when it becomes a non-negotiable part of your routine. So the real question for you is, which stage are you in right now? And this right here might be the most important part of the whole map. Slipping up isn't a detour, it's a totally normal feature of the journey. It's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're trying. Every single successful change is built on the lessons you learn from those slip-ups. Remember that. It's data, not a disaster. So, you've got the map. Now, what do you need to pack for the trip? To get through these stages successfully, you're going to need the right psychological tools. Let's open up your personal change toolkit. First thing in the toolkit, motivation. And there are really two main flavors. Extrinsic is when you do something for an outside reward or to avoid getting in trouble. Intrinsic is doing it because you genuinely want to. And honestly, the science on this is crystal clear. Real, lasting change is fueled by that internal drive. You've got to be doing it for you. Next tool, other people. You don't have to go it alone. In fact, you really shouldn't. Social support is like a superpower. It can be tangible, like a friend dropping off a healthy meal. It can be informational, like someone giving you solid advice. Or it can be emotional, just that feeling of knowing someone's got your back. But here's the wild twist on social support that most of us miss. It's not just about getting help, it's about giving it. This study is just staggering. Older adults who were regularly helping and supporting others had a 50% lower risk of dying over a 5-year period. That's right, being there for other people is an incredibly powerful way to be there for yourself. All right, we've got our map, we've got our tools. Now it's time to face the final boss on this journey to better health, stress. So what is stress actually doing to our bodies anyway? This classic model breaks it down really well. First, there's the alarm stage. That's the initial fight or flight shock. Then your body goes into resistance, where it's rallying all its resources to cope. But here's the thing, you can't stay on high alert forever. If that stress doesn't go away, you eventually hit exhaustion. Your resources are totally drained, your immune system is compromised, and that's when real wear and tear starts to happen. And here is the proof, right here in the numbers. This research is just stark. They literally exposed people to a cold virus and then tracked who got sick. The result? The longer someone had been dealing with major stress, the more likely they were to get sick. If you were stressed for over 2 years, your risk of catching that cold tripled. This isn't a theory, it's a direct physical consequence of long-term stress. So how do we fight back against this? We've basically got 2 main strategies. Problem-focused coping is when you tackle the source of the stress head-on. Emotion-focused is when you try to manage your feelings about the problem. Now, both have their place, but the research shows that if you're only managing your emotions without ever dealing with the source, it's a losing battle long-term. The most effective path is almost always to face the problem directly.
So here's the bottom line. Psychology isn't just about understanding your mind, it's about giving you the actual blueprint for a healthier body. We've seen the plan, we've got the map, and we've got the tools. It's not magic, but it is an incredibly powerful framework for building a stronger, more resilient life. The blueprint is in your hands now. The only question left is, what are you going to build?